Hi guys, this is day 2. I'm so excited to be sharing some art time with you during this social distancing learning that we're doing. A couple shout outs real quick. We've got Jonathan joining us today from Tulsa Metro, and we also have Tulsa Arts Academy by Good Life Music. They're joining us today. Thank you guys. We really love having you with us. Day 2. This is a fun project. I really love this project. It's Optical Illusion Art, and we get to do some really fun tubes, make them look like they stand out, make it look like an optical illusion. So, you guys ready to get started? Hopefully you have grabbed your supplies. If not, I'll post a picture right here. These are the things that you need. You need a piece of cardstock or white paper. I cut mine into just an 8x6. Just to make it smaller, otherwise this can be a very long project. Also, you're going to need some Sharpies. If you don't have Sharpies, you can use Crayola markers, but they do have a tendency to smear, so you might try to use Sharpies if you can. If nothing else, try to see if you can do your outlines with a black Sharpie, as you'll want to have that with us today. All right, you guys ready to get started? All right, grab your paper, and here we go. First thing you're going to do on making your optical illusion tubes is you're going to start with your black marker. This is going to be the outline for your Sharpie to get your picture going. You start by going ahead and making a line. You don't want it to be super wavy, but you don't want it straight. Okay, this is going to create the center line for your tubes. So this is what I did. I go ahead and I make a wave. I'm just going to kind of make mine wave like that. I'm going to put one small dot at the corner of each. Now I can put some more dots randomly. I'm going to put one right here, one that's close to it, one that's going to be a little farther. Let's do one more here, and let's do one right there. Okay, so I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including the 2 at the ends. So you can do that. Make sure that you have at least a few that are closer together. These are going to be where your tubes are going to bend. So watch what I do. I take my Sharpie and I'm going to make a crescent. So a crescent is a curve. I'm going to go curve and touch my dot. See, I went right to my dot. Okay, you're kind of making like a little mini rainbow. I'm going to go to my next dot here. Curve, dot. Okay, and I'm going to arch to the next one, and you're going to do that all the way off your paper. Okay, so you should have your lines looking like this. That's one side of the line. Next, you're going to do that again. You're going to echo the exact same type of line, and you're going to try to get right in between these lines. Now, you're not going directly on your dot again. Just watch how I do. I start here. If I'm off my paper, I can just go up a little bit, curve, and off. Okay, there's my next one. And I'm going to repeat that again. And I'm going to keep going until I can go off my paper. Now here I can just go off the side and you're fine. Pretty soon this is going to touch, and you're going to see what happens when we do that. So keep going with me, guys. See how I'm keeping a curve? I don't want it flat. Nice curve. And they don't have to all be the same length. I kind of even like it changing it up a little bit. Like I want to make this one big, and I'm going to do a little one. And guess what? Look, I'm going to do another little one. I'm going to do another little one. Okay, do you see how I do that? Then I'm going to go one more and keep going. Keep going up off the edge. Create a start again. Here I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to go off, 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 and then I'm going to go back to making my curves. Off. Your goal is to get off the paper. Now once you get here, you're going to get creative. Let's just kind of echo that line into the dot, off, and I'm going to go ahead and finish these off. Okay, each one should have a line going off then. Now this one doesn't, so I'm going to divide it right down there. I'm going to do it holding my paper up. Divide it right down the edge so that I know where I'm going to end up. All right, I've got my tubes going on one side. You guys see how that is? Your tubes are on one side. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. you're going to echo it and make your arches. So if you want to, you can turn your paper over and find where those dots are. Here you go. And rainbow arch, arch, arch. Now parents, this can be kind of tricky when you've got little ones because their tendency is to make some straight flat lines. You might want to help them with that. Have them go up and down, up and down, up and down. You're kind of like you're jumping. Your line is bouncing. Okay, and don't forget, now don't worry when you go off the edge of your paper here. Just start new. And I'm bouncing my line off my paper. And you're going to go ahead and finish this until you get done. Off. I'm going to do a whole bunch of them here because this one's shorter. Here I go. 1, 2, and I'm going to add some on this end. Let's put him here, off here, and I created my tube to the end. I'm almost there. Off, off. You know what, guys? You know what would be a great idea? Stick a paper underneath yours, because I just got marker all over our table. That's not going to make my husband very happy. So I'll get my Sharpie cleaner out here in a little bit. All right, we made it to the end. Oh, I kind of need to have a line there. There we go. I checked my corners. Got it? Check my corners, and I'm ready to go. Okay, guys, you can go ahead and put your cap back on. Make sure it clicks. And this is where you get to do your color. Now, what I like to do is I like to use the Sharpies because they don't bleed, like I said earlier. But if you can do that, if you don't have it, go ahead and use regular markers. You're going to go ahead and put some matching colors together, however you want to pair your colors up. I like to do that by twos ahead of time. That way I can kind of plan out what colors I want to do. So let's say, I know you've got red already. Let's say like I did on these, I went ahead and did my warms and cool colors together. Now, cool colors make you feel kind of cold. Those are going to be your colors like your blues, your greens, your purples, violets, things like that that are cool feeling. Those are your cool colors on the spectrum. If you go to the other side, those are your warm colors. Those are the colors that you think of on a hot desert. You think of yellows and oranges, like the sunshine, yellow, orange, reds. Those are your warm colors. This is my practice to show you what not to do. Okay, I have a paper here. I did one of these earlier of the one of what to do. So let me show you first of all, before you get started, let me show you what I often see some people run into a problem and do. Okay, this is what they do. Let's say that I'm going to use red. Oh, okay, well I need to color the side, so they go ahead and go like this. All right, I got the edges of that one done. Okay, the problem with that is you're not helping your tubes look round, okay? You're just making a straight line going through. You want to work with your colors. I also like to vary them. I like to do every other. So when you're going to do your tubes, what you want to do is you actually want to, let's change the color out, show you a new tube. Let's move over to this guy. What you want to do is you take your marker and you're going to start at your corner right down in here. And I like to go, oh, I forgot one thing. I'm going to grab a pencil. Let's see if I get a regular pencil. Got all my colors. Well, that one might erase. Here's a regular one. Okay, I'm going to draw my highlight line. So right over the top with pencil lightly, because you're going to erase this later. I'm just going to draw a line right over the top and another line together. That's going to be my highlight line. Okay, I just drew a line. That's the part I'm not going to touch. I'm going to keep it white. So now I go back with my marker and I'm going to go up to that white highlight line and stop. Now I didn't color all the way through. I left little sketch lines. I start on the other side, sketch line and stop right at my white line there. And then I skip. I'm going to go stop at my white line, stop at my white line. Do you see how it kind of starts to make it look like it's a highlight there? That's a lot better than this, okay? Because you want it to start to look like it's going to be round. And when the top of something is shiny and the light is directly on it, That's what creates your highlight and your shadows in the darkness. So that gives you the illusion that something is popping out, that it is three-dimensional, which makes it look like it's actually a form there, okay? Optical illusion, guys, it's fun. Now, right here on your center line that you did, remember when we drew that line right through the center? Right there, pick a side that you're gonna do, and I like to do the every other, and I curve my marker lines the way that my rainbow curve is going. Do you see how my lines were going this way? That's when this line was arched this way. I would color arch the same way. That gives the illusion of it being that shape. Now my lines are going this way. So I'm actually making my lines echo that shape. And that is what's going to make your picture really give the illusion of it moving and changing. Okay, guys? Now, this is going to take a while. It's a lot of fun. It's a great meditation project for if you just want to chill out. Moms, dads, you can do this with them. It's a lot of fun. It's a great chill time. You can do it even while you're listening to music. What we are doing right now is we're listening to books on tape. Actually, not tape, but audio books. And so we're just doing a few chapters each time on one of our books that we love. So this is a great time to just turn in one of the audiobooks, get one of the books done while you're chilling out and having a good time creating your optical illusion tubes. I'm going to give you some time to work on those tubes. You guys go ahead and work on those. I'm not going to spend the whole class time coloring those for you while I do mine, but I do have another interesting project that you guys can watch while you're doing your optical illusions. This project can be done on your own. I'll show you what materials you need for that. And this is a kind of a neat project that you can do on your own time when you're done with doing these. All right, guys, as you're still working on your line tubes, I want to show you this quick project. It's called marbled paper. You can use it for all kinds of things. I've used it for wrapping paper. I've used it to cut and make bookmarks. It's really fun. So what you need is I use a half cookie sheet that I use just for art. You can use a glass flat bowl, anything that's a flat surface that can hold it. Take your shaving cream. I just got it from the Dollar Tree. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and spread it out a little bit just to make a nice flat surface. And actually you can use this multiple times too, but I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, we're going to spread it out. Doesn't have to be perfectly flat, just so that it can make a nice drop with your colors. Okay. Then pick the colors you want. You can do one color if that's all you have, doesn't matter. Now what I'm going to do is take a skewer, like a little wooden stick. You can actually even go outside and find a real thin stick, something that you're going to throw away because it's going to stain. And you're going to pull the colors through. So I'm going to dot here. Let me put my glasses on so I can see better what I'm doing. And look how you can pull and start making designs. Just any type of design you want. Go ahead and put your stick down. This is where it becomes fun. All right, do you see how I've got it like that? Okay, now you're going to use your piece of paper. Again, I like to use the cardstock because it's a thicker paper. What you're going to do is you're going to keep your gloves on, lay your paper down right on top. What you want to do is make sure that there aren't any bubbles underneath your paper. Okay, so I'm patting it down to make sure that it is sticking. You ready? Let's see what we got. Ah, Interesting. I'm going to pat it a little bit more. Peel. All right, here's what you got. Made a stain into your picture. Let it dry somewhere. Okay, find a nice surface to let it dry. Once you're done with it drying, you guys can do different things with it. You can cut it into, like I said, bookmarks. You can laminate them. This makes a really neat outside of a card. This is a really good time to be writing letters. You can make this in and tell grandma, grandpa, look, I made this paper special. It works great. Now, you don't have to throw that shaving cream away. You can actually do another picture. Hope that you enjoyed this part of the art lesson. It's a little messy, Mom and Dad, so make sure that you are close by. But thank you guys for joining me on that art lesson.
Hey, where's my shaving cream?
Hope you guys enjoyed that part of the lesson and that you guys are getting far along on your tubes. Tomorrow we are going to be working on a really neat project that's going to have you get some glue going. So one thing I do need to do is show you where that is because it needs to be ready to go for tomorrow. So hold on, I'll be right back. We have a lot going on today. Okay, so I want you to be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's project is going to be this beautiful, I like to call it stained glass pastels. But in order to do that project tomorrow, you have to have the glue already dried. So that's what you want to get ready to do for tomorrow's project. What you need is a bottle of glue and black paper. What you want to do is create a design. There's no right or wrong on it. It's just a design that overlaps and has shapes. You're going to create that design with your glue. So get your glue ready to go. Now remember, each overlapping glue box is going to be something that you're going to fill in. So you're not going to want to make teeny tiny ones or great big ones. You want to try to break up your shapes. So this is all I'm going to do. You don't want it too complex either. Just watch what I do. Find a safe place where you can let this dry. It should be dry by tomorrow. All you need to have is your glue paper dried and your pastels, and we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Take care.